So now that we understand how to retrieve a tag, let's interact with that tag. So how we retrieved it was just going to document.getElementById. Well, in reverse, we can actually add something to this tag called onClick. Set it equal, quote, quote, and then what we're telling it is when we click this tag, we want to do something. Well, how do we specify what we want to do? What we want to do is called a function. So in other words, I can call something like click me and end it with parentheses, right? What this is defining is a function that we can make up. So, it could be that kind of function. Obviously, that makes no sense. So, click me is just a function that I made up, and it doesn't exist on the JavaScript side now. So I need to create it. How we create functions is we type the word function. And then after that, we put a space, and we say the function name, click me, right? Put your parentheses around it, and then put squigglies, and inside your squigglies, we're going to do something, right? Now, instead of putting all this just outside of the code itself, I'm going to put it inside, okay? Now let's go to our page. Now our page doesn't show those console logs, right? But if I click on this, it now does. So this is our first step in understanding events, right? When I click, I execute a piece of code, right? If you want something to be drawn just on page load, you put it outside with a function, right? So I can put outside page load. Now if I refresh, I see page load, right? But only until I click will I run a specific code that I want to run, which is in this case 2 console logs. Now, I could also do something that says alert, which is a small JavaScript function that allows me to alert certain things. In this case, I'm just going to alert a text, right? So I'm just going to alert goodbye. Well, what does that do? Refresh. When I click, an alert pops up. This is something that all browsers by default kind of do. But again, we're executing code on a click. And we execute that by these things called functions. They're blocks of code that we can use to, trigger certain things. Okay?